Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Turn Podcast, episode number 3. I'm SomebodyOnEarth.
And I'm Doc Atomic.
And today we are joined by iDrmzIt.
Hello, everyone.
A few quick announcements before we begin. We now have an official Discord for the Turn Podcast, so feel free to join that, link in the description. Also, the schedule for the Turn Podcast hasn't been working out. We will now be uploading every other week. We're really sorry about the lack of uploads. One last thing, we are moving the series over to its own channel, so go subscribe to that by clicking the info button now. So without further delay, let's get into the news. Alright, so our first topic comes from Falcon Jr. on Twitter, and he made this little short video, and on Twitter he said, I figured out how to do PS4 controller support for Unturned. It's still a work in progress, but it works somewhat.
Well, I'm friends with Falcon Tile. He's been working on it a little bit, and he says like the analog isn't working right now. Like he's saying, like when you push the button even slightly, you go running at full speed, and that's just, yeah.
Do either of you play consoles, or are you fully PC? Because I know I'm mostly PC.
PC besides when it comes to Nintendo games. I like my Nintendo games.
I play PS4 sometimes, so.
So you'd be able to do that.
Yep.
Emulators.
Alright, so that's about it for that. Alright, so our next topic is the Golden Frying Pan by ZeUbermensh on the Reddit. I have no idea. I just probably butchered that. But since Nelson added in skins for all melee weapons, he decided to make a golden frying pan. So,
well,
I don't see the point in that.
Well, it's more useful than a blue blowtorch.
That is true. Sir Addy, I think, tweeted that. And the
Blue
blue
blowtorch.
blowtorch is literally nothing changed. But, I think it's just a joke, mainly.
Saying Nelson's on my server, I'm gonna have to message him like, what are you thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. So the next topic is the update was delayed. So this is what Nelson said on Twitter on the 7th, which was Friday, I believe. And he said, some stuff ready for an update, but holding out hoping for a Unity patch. In the meantime, partway through revamping groups, plus matchmaking. So I guess what this means is Unturned is going to become CSGO.
Oh, that's good.
I hope not, but the group thing, if I remember right, Nelson mentioned that possibly he might make an option for servers to have a group limit, so you could like set it where only 5 people could be in one group at a time, or it won't work. It's interesting.
That's useful because there are some people on arena servers who come in with gigantic groups.
Yeah.
I do this with my group. One time we had 14 people on a Hawaii server. It was ridiculous.
Why would you do that though?
Yeah.
Like that's
That's a bit of OP.
We totally didn't build like the bottom left corner of the map into a gigantic base. That didn't happen. It was like a small island, not a giant corner. I'm sorry.
Alright, so yeah, he's adding ranking to Unturned. This might mean a new arena map, hopefully, because we really need a new arena map.
we only have like 4 so far.
Yeah.
Thanks for giving me an idea.
Alpha Valley is getting super stale.
Maybe I have an idea. I don't know.
Really, the only creative arena map was Paintball Arena.
Yeah, and then people
Other
stopped
than
playing
that,
it
all of
after about a
them were
week.
just the regular official maps, just shrunk down in size.
I feel like Paintball Arena was just Nelson being like really bored one day and decided to make a model, and that's why it exists.
Yeah,
Sorry.
but I enjoyed Paintball Arena a lot. It was really fun. Especially with the bullet drop on the paintball. Getting those shots just right. Alright, so our next topic is the Unturned Elevator by Maikee Maous. Mickey Mouse? I don't even know how to say his name. It's on screen now if you want to see it.
Go with Mickey Mouse. I think that's right.
Alright, Mickey Mouse. Anyways, he posted this little GIF on the Unturned artwork section on Steam, and it's of an elevator
Yeah.
type thing. I don't know that this
This
is
is
a real deal.
This is like Vile Spring levels of modding right here.
Either it's modding or he's just like using the
Maybe as another person behind there using the F6 building mode. Just dragging on.
yeah, that might maybe a few people are using it because like that's really complicated.
Yeah, it'd be good to do that for like a concept, I guess. Either that or that guy knows how to do modules. I could actually probably
I thought
ask the
someone
guy.
else already made it an elevator mod long before though.
Yeah, I think I saw something about that. But in the description of it, it says if you're going to remove the elevator exploit, at least add a legit one in game.
I remember using the elevator exploit and having a base that was on the highest part of the map, and we just salvaged a few walls to make it basically impossible for anyone to get up. It was great.
Doing that too.
And
Yeah,
that's what happens when you don't have /home.
Pretty much. Alright, so our next topic is the r/place battle. So over I think it was a week or two ago. I do not remember. It's been a while. But there's this new Reddit /r/place.
Our place was for April Fool's Day, if I remember right.
It was?
Yeah, I think it was like a test thing. I don't know exactly what it was for, but that's all I remember.
But anyways, r/place, basically a ton of people got on and they would basically make pixel art from the different colors that were down there, and it was this huge canvas, and r/unturned Reddit actually got a place on there, and we got the zombie on there for a while, but then it started getting vandalized, and we made some alliances, I think with Smash Bros, Reddit, and some other things.
We did Smash Bros and Fallout.
I think, and then didn't we partner with some basketball team or something? Alright, so our next topic is a new map from Easy. So I think we talked about his lava volcano arena thing in the last video.
Yeah, the chasm.
Yes, that's what it was. That's what it was. So this looks like a new tropical type map, and it doesn't have a name yet, but the images are on screen now. It looks really cool.
Yeah.
In structure, I don't know. Maybe South American.
Brazil.
That little temple type thing.
Well, that ruins my idea of making the entire world an Unturned.
The entire world.
Don't ask.
How would you possibly do that?
I mean, after my thing, I have Europe and a few other things I want to do, so yes.
Goes back to that little map. I think in one of the images there's like a sunken battleship and some kind of dock. Seems to be like overgrown or something. I don't really know. It looks really awesome. In the next Turn podcast we'll probably have a link to it if he's done with the map by then. Alright, so our next topic is custom mythicals. So this was posted on the Steam artwork page by Sathan. This was about a month ago. This was planned to be in this podcast, but we couldn't exactly get around to it back then, and we're sorry for that, but here it is, and this guy made his own mythic effects, and it's the Illuminati, and like the radioactive symbol. Yeah, that looks really awesome.
With the radioactive one, I think it'd be kind of cool if they added in like particle effects for certain like status effects. So if a guy was like poisoned, it would show that, or if you're dehydrated or something. I don't know, but maybe. Visual indication of someone being hurt, like maybe like a blood effect when you're bleeding or something. So it, yeah.
I don't know if any of you noticed, but like lots of people are obsessed with mythicals. It's starting to become like CS:GO now.
I only own 2 mythicals. I own a electric fez and a rocket launcher that shoots money. I like the money launcher. Money rocket launcher.
My burning explorer hat.
But money rocket launcher.
back to this little mythical effect real quick. I'm pretty sure this is not photoshopped, seeing as in the image, in the GIF type thing, his arms are moving, the player in the background's arms are moving, and the clouds are moving. I'm pretty sure this is legit. Like, he modded this in.
Yeah, I could with the people I know, I know a few people that could pull off something like that, so it's definitely possible.
Yeah, that's really cool. Alright, so that's it for the news topics, which is cool. Our next part of the show, as usual, is the interview. So, you ready for this, Dreams? You ready for the questions?
Yep.
Alright, so the first question is, what do you do in the community?
I've been mostly a lurker for a while. Right now I'm doing my map, obviously, but I am also hosting this large modding group, and we have people from Arthur and Vile Spring and a few other people. We even got Nelson himself recently, and that was really good. The chat
That's
exploded.
Awesome. So what can you tell us about the map that you're working on currently?
Well, I can tell you it's insane sized, and if I get up a picture of it, I can tell you there's at least 60 places that are obvious that you can explore.
That's crazy.
How long have you been working on it?
Somewhere between 8 and 10 months.
Oh man, that's
Wow.
pretty good.
The North America map, that's mine.
So like, how
Wow.
long has like the insane size map type been around?
It's been around since the very beginning of 3.0, but its support was removed. But after Nelson updated the game's Unity enough, it became viable to use again. So I transferred my work from my large size version to the insane size version, and we're here now today.
Wasn't Driftless the first insane size map?
It was.
I think there might have been one before. I'm not sure.
Or wasn't it Canada? Or
Canada
that
was large.
Alright, so the next question is, how did you get into Unturned?
Well, I got really, really bored with playing other games, and I saw this was on my YouTube page. It was on my featured page for things I was subscribed to, and it's like, it looked interesting, so I downloaded it. It was like summer, like July 2014 or something like that, so I've been around a while.
When it was 2.0 or 3.0?
2.1.
Wow. So you came early.
Yes, definitely.
Make maps for Unturned in the first place.
There's a little bit of a when I started wanting to do maps was when I realized that the workshop was starting to get really, really stale, and the maps that were provided were starting to get just boring and repetitive, and there was never anything new. So I wanted to do something that was more survival based, I guess. So I'm trying to do something with that where items will be rarer, and like you won't have as many gotta think of the word, where you won't have as many common assault rifle spawns. Let's go with that, because we all know Washington has a lot of those.
Yeah, because I know I've walked into like a house and just found an eagle fire on the ground.
I'm hoping to get it to the point where, with a few new added in weapons that I've made and some different balancing choices, that things like pistols and all that will be much more viable and more common, where they're not rarer than eagle fires are on Washington, because I find an assault rifle before I find a pistol, and I think that's a problem.
Yeah, because I know I can rarely find a deagle. Or is it no, it's Desert Falcon. Sorry, Desert Falcon for Unturned. I can rarely find any of those just by looting military location. I can find a Maple Strike in like 5 tries of looting military locations. Or Heartbreaker or something.
Like, yeah, like I'm trying to change up how the spawn tables work. Like, I'm wanting to do this thing where magazines are going to be rarer than the gun itself, so people won't be able to just go in and just spray. They'll actually have to aim and think about who they're gonna fight. Otherwise, they'll just be wasting ammo, and that isn't viable anymore.
Yeah. Alright, so the next question is, once you're done with your map, what are your future plans?
Depending on how well it's received, I might do another map centered in Europe of the same scale, or I might do a curated map. I'm not sure. I don't really have a lot of people that would help me with a curated map, so that's the problem with that option right now.
Yeah. Alright, can you tell us about your modding group? I know you mentioned it earlier, I think it was Modject. Can you tell us about that a little bit?
Yeah, I can do a little bit with that. I'll admit it. It started out as kind of like a North America publicity stunt, if I'm being honest, but it did go a lot farther than that. People started taking interest. I got a lot of messages about it saying like it was such a unique idea and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, I'll continue with it. So I did. I signed up for a Discord like not even 4 months ago and put it up there. And now we just broke 100 members like less than a week ago. So it got a lot farther. It's got a lot of different people. It's fun.
That's awesome. We will have that Discord link in the description if you're a modder or you want more interest in that, and I think they have some tutorials on there, right?
Yeah, people that want to write tutorials, they can write them and we post them up there. We're working on getting on the Steam group that we have, we're working on making the forums so people could post their own tutorials so other people can learn modding, and we can hopefully get some people that weren't able to start modding themselves to be able to do that, so we can see some more creative content out on the workshop. And I think that's really it. I think that's the idea.
Awesome. Doc, do you have any more questions?
Yeah, I do. Actually, I do have a question. So, do you feel you have more resources for modding than you did before?
With the amount of people I have on my server, I definitely do. I know that at least there's one person that knows how to help with a specific part of what I'm doing. So that definitely helps out. So the map will be a lot better, like figuring out how to do custom buildings. I taught people how to model them, but then someone else paid me back by teaching me how to actually get it into the game. So it's more of like a help group, and it's just, it definitely helps out with everything that goes on.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I have another one. So this is quite a serious question, but do you think that Nelson is a good developer, and do you think that there needs to be more regular updates, or that there should be less updates but bigger?
Oh,
so
that
what I'm
one's
trying to
interesting.
say is, would you rather have tons of small updates, or would you rather have a huge update every other week?
Well, I would say that the every week thing does work pretty well, and it keeps people interested and keeps them coming back, which is good for marketing. I do think Nelson's not the greatest at documenting some things, but other than that, I really like everything he does. Maybe not his tutorials though, because that took me like a week to figure out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried actually adding music to the radio before anyone put a tutorial up, and I was so lost. I got pretty far, but it would not load into the game. So.
Putting music in the radio is a hassle. It's...
Yeah, I found out.
Like, heading through Unity and just having to do a bunch of that is stupid.
Yeah. I could send you a screenshot of what my Unity setup looks like, and I could tell you right now, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
Like right now, I did my first custom building, and whenever I reload my Unturned, the building just disappears out of existence, and it's like, ugh, I don't know what I'm doing.
Rip.
All right. Well, I think that's pretty much all we have for the interview, right? And the podcast.
All right.
All right.
Well, thanks for joining us, Dreams. The Discord for the Turn podcast and the Modject will be in the description below. So go check those out if you want help with modding or want to ask us questions. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to check out all the topics if you want, and be sure to subscribe to all the channels. I'm SomebodyOnEarth.
And I'm Doc Atomic.
I will catch you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.